So this is Massive, the world's largest cruiserweight, and you're watching and listening to Countdown City WrestleCast. I'm out.
Hey, Heels and Baby Faces. Before we get started today, we want to honor a very good friend of ours who suddenly passed away this week. Was one of the interviews I did on the WrestleCast. So to Sal Massive Acosta, this 10-bell salute is for you. What's up, Heels and Baby Faces? It is a bittersweet episode to the Countdown City WrestleCast.
100!
Episode 100. Can you believe it?
I don't know.
You somehow made it.
Somehow, we're here.
How did we make it to 100, guys?
That's very happy to be here.
I don't know.
Very happy to be in America. I'm your host, JC, and joined by my beautiful wife, when she stops laughing, Tina.
Hola.
With the Cesaro background, we got Mike.
Mike, this is 2020 and we're still surviving somehow, so let's get through it.
True.
And we got Tommy.
Naito's champion again. I'm happy.
And for the first time with all of us here, he's not subbing for Tommy. It's Ted.
Wow.
That sounded terrible.
I don't know what you're
saying. I don't know what to say to that, guys.
Damn it, Tony can't be here. Where's Ted?
Explain the quota for tonight.
To be fair, when I'm not
I
on,
love
Mike's
you
my
guys.
sub.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot my thing. Howdy, hey there, and hello. There we go.
Remember, we're basically the same person. The difference is you're a man and I'm a woman. That's it.
Jesus Christ.
Think about it.
I'm very happy all of y'all are on this call. This is pretty awesome. Once again, 100 episodes in. If you don't know, our Twitter account is at @CCG_WrestleCast. Subscribe here, Countdown City Geeks. Thank you to everyone that has subscribed. Today, we're going to be celebrating 100 episodes throughout this thing. This has been a lot of fun to do. Our weekly, as Mike said it a couple weeks ago, our weekly stress relief, talking wrestling. We'll recap Payback, which might have been better than SummerSlam if you think about it, the way it came out. True. And preview AEW All Out. Looking to be a pretty stacked card. It's going to be pretty awesome. But I meant to put I'll do this afterwards. So Payback real quickly, or try to go quickly, because like I said, I think this is more entertaining than SummerSlam. This was a lot of fun.
Agreed.
100% agreed. I agree. It's just I just hate that it was so close after SummerSlam. I can't get past that for some reason.
Tina, what are you doing? You flipped.
I don't know what I did.
You flipped the camera.
How did I do that?
Tap your,
Hey, Tommy.
tap your camera view.
While they're fixing that,
The window on the top right.
I said that I thought all the championships would change hands, and you pretty much thought the same thing.
Yeah.
So I just like to point it out that we
I'm
called
doing that and
Hey.
won't do it. Oops, it fell.
Good job,
Right?
you guys. Yeah, I saw the show. And it's like, I
It
mean,
doesn't like me.
Hey, no attention.
that'd be a nice little cherry on top
I'm
with
sorry,
the
I
show
was-
being so quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, here's the thing though. As what I thought we were right, some part of me
What
thought
did
at
you do?
least we'd be wrong about the. Well, no.
Which one?
Pretty much. Yeah. Actually, no. I take it back.
No, I said it last week. I thought all the titles were going to change the way they were starting to set things up. I know we'll talk about it once we
I
get
screwed all this
back.
up. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's all
You want us
right.
to keep talking?
Everything kind of felt like a light reset, if
I
you
don't know
will,
what I
like
did.
Payback,
Yeah.
like a
I'm sorry.
slow light
Yeah.
reset. with
touched the screen,
Reigns
that's all
coming
they
back,
did.
with Keith Lee coming onto the main roster.
Yeah.
The I guess the perfect strangers of Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax being put together, and
That's a pretty good one.
That's a really
I mean that
How do I
and
hang up?
Dominic effing Mysterio.
That
I'm see.
can
I'm
go. What else can you say?
yeah. I mean, like anyone who's thrown into the sort of limelight of a WWE environment. There's some there's a little bit there's some there's a lot of rawness there. There's a lot of rawness there. There's a little hiccups and a lot of rawness, but that's to be expected. But I'm just like I'm like this, I see nowhere but up with him.
I mean, he's still green, but he's not the greenest dude I've ever seen. We were last week.
We've seen plenty of those.
Yeah, like you said last week. Like we said last week, him and Pat McAfee might have been the workhorses of the entire weekend. It's like
Thank you. I mean, Pat impressed the heck out of me too.
Pat McAfee was fantastic.
Yeah, he really did.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a great match.
Yeah, and Dominic, I think Dominic just did what he was supposed to do.
I don't know what. I'm sorry.
And I mean, and also shout out to
Yeah.
Adam Cole and Seth Rollins for being able to bring them along. But I mean, they both trained. I think honestly, I think Mysterio has probably trained longer than Pat McAfee. I've heard from different podcasts and different things that he's been training for a couple of years now since he was a little bit younger.
Yeah.
They just killed it.
But to me, I guess it's always different when you train and then you get on the biggest stage like WWE.
Definitely.
I mean,
just you make that jump.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it.
Kind of
As
a
much as
gradual
people
thing.
don't want to admit it, WWE is the biggest stage. It really is. It's still
Yeah.
great.
Yeah,
But they fit right in. And of course, if you're gonna be have a first match,
Guys, this shouldn't be on the show. Apparently, I can't figure this out.
Yeah.
Cole and Rollins are the best guys to start.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Let me try now.
So as we continue on the Mike, Tez, and Tommy show.
Honestly, guys, y'all have been talking some good shit. I'm leaving this in. I'm just trying to.
Welcome to MTT, the show within the show.
I don't know what Tina did, but I'm getting her at it.
I just messed it up. I'm sorry.
McMahon might say.
Episode 100.
Hang on.
To be fair, this is only the second worst kind of technical issues we've ever had. To be fair, we've had way worse than this.
We have.
I have accepted it.
I can imagine
the show count as number one. JC, can this be like the throwback episode where we mention things and then you put in the cut from the?
I could try. There's a lot of editing I got to do.
I like how the picture of me is JC and our first child. There's 6 now.
JC and Ari,
Yeah.
Camera on.
Remember that time we didn't?
There we go.
Hey, look who's back.
Nice.
Back again.
Back.
Okay.
Back again.
Back again.
Okay. So.
No.
100
episodes in.
Did anyone watch Being the Elite this week?
No.
Yes, I did.
It's hilarious.
How about that ending?
The ending was fantastic.
So clear this up for me. We're gonna get to AEW. Did you guys finish talking about Payback?
Not yet. We didn't
Not finished.
Not quite. We're still kind of gushed about some of the things in Payback. We didn't run through everything.
Sorry.
Yeah, we were talking about Dominic Mysterio last.
It's all my fault.
Okay, yeah. How awesome was that seeing father and son tag team together?
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, Dominic wasn't with Eddie. Oh, you meant with Ray.
I knew that was gonna come out.
That's true.
It was right there. Thank you.
We saw the frog splash at the end, and we were just like,
shades of his father.
Shades of his father.
Yeah.
Point, Tommy.
The joke was there. I know.
Damn it! I wanted to make the joke first, but you beat me to it.
Tina wanted to make the joke first, but Vicky Guerrero forgot to tell her to make it.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
That was good. Well done, sir. Well done.
Deep cuts.
Also, some of the stuff we were mentioning earlier, the celebration of Nia after they won the title.
Oh,
okay. It cracked me up.
First of all, I think that was probably the best match of the night. I think at least the one for.
Oh God, the finish.
Their finish
the finish was great. That was my match of the night. That was my match of the night. Yeah.
I can't lie. Shayna completely won me over with the finish. She won me 100% over. I was like, the way she transitioned to those moves, I was like, that's it. I'm a diehard Shayna fan now.
Where was that creativeness in NXT when it was like, I'm just going to roll around in the sleeper hold for 10 minutes and see if you can get out of the pit? Like, where was that?
Vince called her
I think that's kind of a good way of establishing her as a monster.
Yeah.
No, I know. We used to talk about it.
It was interesting though that they did a little like a little vignette before that about how like Nia was saying, follow my lead and we're gonna win. And then Nia was even in the freaking like ring.
Nowhere in the finish.
She was nowhere in the finish. And
no, she was getting chopped down by Bayley and Sasha.
Both of them crazy pinned up. I was like, what the
heck
is that?
How much of a rub is it for Shayna that she's basically submitting both Bayley and Sasha at the same time by herself? No help at all with that. So
So this week the team was called Perfect Strangers. What was the name last week? Remembers.
Oh, what did we call them last week?
I don't remember.
Something and dangerous.
Shooting dangerous.
Shooting dangerously. There we go.
Oh,
shooting dangerously.
Yes, you remember that.
That's right.
Yep, that's right.
Okay, so my thing is with them. To me, it seems like two kids who their mom said you two have to play together or you can't play at all, and so they have to like, you want to go play outside? Yeah. So they have to go outside.
Yep.
You want to
go? They've been forced onto each other.
You want to go fuck shit up? Yeah.
Don't break some fingers and stomp on people. Sure.
I just thought it was interesting that they won and they interviewed him. And Shayna's like, well, no, we're not really like friends or anything. And then Nia's just like, what?
That's what I was saying. They just cracked me up.
Stranger. That's why I call them the perfect strangers.
Nia's happy she still has a job, so she's just like, hey, I don't care.
What was funny is she, on her Instagram, she put a picture of her like that. I was just like, okay. I don't understand where they're going with this, but okay.
It's going to be one of those. Yeah, it's going to be one of those where they're not friends and somehow still tag team champions.
And I said that last week when I picked them. I go, WWE has a thing of putting two people that don't make any sense together and that don't like each other, and they become tag champions. What do you know?
Yeah.
What do you know?
First of all, I'm gonna throw this out there and say I love heel Roman, especially with the Paul Heyman line. It was very Brock Lesnar-esque of the way he got involved with this.
I'm laughing at people online who are losing their minds at this, and it's just like, dude, y'all hated him all these years. What's the difference?
We said you need money in the bank again.
The fact that he signed the contract on the ramp 2/3 into the match.
I was like,
3/4 into the match.
I was like,
that was perfect.
I need to read this.
That was perfect.
Anyone else think that like they're gonna pull some crap on Friday? Like, so the ring broke, and so it's not a regulation ring at that point. So it's a match that never happened. You know, they did that years ago with the Rockers. He signed the contract
when the match is almost over.
Yeah.
So therefore, it's null and void.
I don't know what's gonna happen on
Friday.
But
they take matches
I'm interested now. I'm interested now to see what happens on Friday.
It'd be interesting if they did that, but especially now that he has Heyman in his side. You know, Heyman's not going to let that go and lawyer it. So it'd be interesting if they try something like that. But I think Roman's gonna have it for a little while.
This is like Stone Cold shook Vince McMahon's hand, like at WrestleMania 17.
No, even better is the meme.
Let's be real. When Roman said, "That's not a prediction, that's a spoiler,"
he said it wrong.
Yeah.
Huh?
He said it wrong.
He said it wrong.
He said it wrong
exactly.
based on the way you say it.
He said it wrong, right?
Yeah.
No,
I say it correctly.
Wait, did he say it right? I thought he said it right. Okay, well, whatever.
I thought he said it right too.
He did. Okay, God, he did. I'm just kidding, guys.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was crazy.
Remember when I would always say it reverse? Never mind.
Well, yeah.
You
got it right this time, which I was like, you're right, Tina got it right this time.
You ruined the joke.
No,
thanks a lot.
The best thing out of this.
Went over your head.
The best thing out of this in the news that Lesnar is no longer under contract, he's a free agent, was that meme where a guy's walking down the street with his girlfriend and he sees like another girl and he's like looking back, and they put Paul Heyman's head on the guy. The girl is Brock Lesnar. He's looking back at Roman Reigns.
Oh, yeah.
That's perfect.
That's
Yeah.
I'm
it's,
so
I gotta
happy.
look for it now and show it to you, man.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
so
hilarious.
happy that he's a heel, so he can just under the guise and umbrella of a heel can just verbally take down everybody now.
And he's
Yep.
clapping back
No
at fans on
different
Twitter, too.
than The Rock.
Yeah, I was just gonna. I don't want to bring that up, but I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, he's clapping back at fans on Twitter. I'm not gonna. Well,
Yeah.
I might throw some highlights up here. I don't know if I feel like editing it in there. We've
Wait
had enough trouble with the as it is,
You
but
can go look for it yourself.
yeah.
a minute. Have we got this far in Payback and not mentioned Keith Lee?
Oh, wow.
Yes.
We have
Save
that.
it for the end, you know?
Clean win over Orton.
That was
Yes.
shocking.
In a fun match too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
And Orton
just
Orton's
bump
selling
over
that
the
at
place
end,
for him
too.
too.
So
Yeah.
you know,
yeah, he did.
pretty amazing stuff.
I think Orton's getting old. He's like, fine, let the new guys get bumped around. Also, but I'll officially consider Orton retiring when he sells like Shawn Michaels did for Hulk Hogan at SummerSlam. So,
Yeah. I explained that match to men this past weekend. it's sort of like whoa. Just me verbally explaining it had her laughing. I hadn't even shown her the video, but I explained it to her verbally with descriptions, and she was laughing.
I don't know if
just explaining it's not good enough sometimes, though. But you gotta see it to see the beauty of the not caring Sean gave that night.
Oh
Yeah.
My thing is, I don't know if I've ever seen Orton with enough energy to sell like that.
I don't recall.
I have only when he messes up. And here's what I mean by that. That time he back suplexed one of the Singh brothers and nearly flipped him upside and nearly flipped him all the way.
Yeah.
And he said,
I remember that.
Yeah.
Or when he cussed out Kofi in the middle of a match.
Look, hey, that's actually what I was going to say. Like, that whole Kofi run looked like he was doing his best to sell everything for Kofi, which is why he should have won the world title at that point. But you know what? Whatever. He got it at WrestleMania. I'm okay.
Yep.
I'm not going to go on a tirade. I am not going to do it. I'm good.
Yep, he still got. That's why I'm not mad. I'm not as mad with Booker T losing at WrestleMania 19.
Oh no,
I'm still heated about that.
Said not as mad. There's still
That's
points
fair.
to that whole thing that still upset me, but that's not a whole other thing.
So mad. Yeah, that's another discussion.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, we only picked 4 matches on Payback because that's all we had. But I will say the build-up to this was better than SummerSlam within a week. I'll be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie.
SummerSlam was the build up to Payback.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Actually, I thought about that. I was like, why did SummerSlam build up to Payback? That seems so backwards.
We're trying to get
Who
over
runs
the
the
next
show?
big one. Damn it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, I mean, it's 1 week later.
Yeah.
Payback.
1 week later.
Payback.
Myself,
we
Tina,
just
3-1. Mike and Tommy 4-0 because that's all we had picked on that. Do you guys want to give a rating on this show? Or are we good?
Nah,
Nah.
it was good.
We'll give it all thumbs up.
I want to
I'll give
say
it a thumbs up.
Yeah,
thumbs up.
thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs
Woo-hoo.
up. It's a solid B. A very
Yeah.
solid B. Almost B plus. Thumbs up.
Now,
Just
Nice
watch
grade.
it.
I'd say watch it before SummerSlam.
yeah, well,
Wait,
We're like
there's
1980s cartoons all over again. Everything out of
I'm
order.
telling
that's
you,
the
it was-
continuity.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I think it was better. But that's
Okay.
The production order is listed weird. That's why that SummerSlam aired first. It was supposed to be Payback.
See, Tommy knows. Tommy gets it.
Oh,
Now-
how funny would that be if someone put it on the calendar wrong and they just like went with it? It's 2020. Who gives a damn?
What's this Tuesday in
Yeah.
Texas doing here?
Now, this was a week full of title changes. A lot of
Thank
titles.
God.
Back. So let's kind of run through it here. Universal Champion is now Roman Reigns. Intercontinental title is Jeff Hardy, who beat AJ Styles. Lashley beat Apollo Crews, Crews. Mike, it's not the Hispanic spelling. Sorry. Women's tag
Fine.
team champs Shayna and Nia, and for the 39th time, R-Truth is the 24/7 champion.
Clap, 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 clap.
Hi, Mike.
Mike.
Ultimate champion.
What?
Yes. Okay.
At this point, R-Truth is one
He's
that
the
does more
ultimate
than Raven on the
24/7,
Purple
7-Eleven.
That's true.
What is it?
Title.
I don't remember.
197.
Or I-97, yeah.
Breezango is in.
Oh, can I say one thing too about that show?
What's one?
And I don't know if anybody noticed too, but Bailey and Sasha's gear was modeled after the Hardys.
Yep.
I didn't.
I saw it.
Oh,
that's
right.
I saw that too. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool.
they both were. That's why they had matching. But yeah,
Okay.
just wanted to put that
Very
out
cool.
And remember when Matt turned on Jefferson?
We don't speak about that.
Coming. It's coming. Breezango defeated Imperium, so that's such a great team for NXT Tag Team Champion.
Yeah.
And
I'm happy about that.
Karrion Kross had to vacate his newly won NXT World Championship, so it's currently vacant. Who successfully defended his title in a 4-way Iron Man match tonight on NXT.
Woohoo, Bacon!
Let's go, Bacon. Let's go, Bacon.
Somebody literally needs to be an independent wrestler named Bacon.
Yeah.
He
I am
defends
Bacon.
better
This is
than
an
Sasha
all
Banks.
black bodysuit.
Say again, Mike.
He defends better than Sasha Banks now.
That's true.
Damn.
Defending more often than Brock Lesnar.
Well, that's obvious.
Whoa.
You know, the funny part is somebody tried to call out Bacon is like, yeah, but you never defend your title. And then he actually listed off the times he has defended his title, like Judgment Day 2008. Yeah.
Where
Somebody-
Dave Bacon-
so add this to that list.
I need to look at
That's
this. I need to look this up.
Add this to that list, Bacon.
So
Awesome.
So next-
technically, Bacon kind of defends his belt every tournament for a Bacon title.
That's true.
Yeah. And based on that logic, technically next week it's a triple threat match. It's Adam Cole versus Finn Balor versus Vacant.
Yes.
Vacant's defending.
He hasn't tweeted yet, but he did say, "Good luck, everyone."
Yeah.
Good luck, everyone.
Bacon's just never been pinned for his belt, which pisses me off because he's got a perfect no loss record, but can't keep his belt. I'm just saying it's not cool.
Yeah.
It's messed up.
It's odd booking. It is odd booking.
It is very odd booking. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, shortly before we recorded,
Russo.
also Eric Young beat Eddie Edwards for the Impact World Title.
Can't believe it.
Woohoo!
Now let's go across the Pacific because there was a lot. Tetsuya Naito just won back the IWGP Heavyweight Intercontinental
Look at
titles.
Tommy's face.
Yeah, he's happy.
Good job, Naito.
Minoru Suzuki won the Never Openweight Championship.
Yes.
Nice.
Taiji Ishimori won the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. Vacant has also claimed the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championship. Dude is doing work in the middle of a pandemic, man.
He's
Man.
two people.
Who's his partner?
Being two people, who
Vacant,
can stop
duh.
this dude?
Vacant one and Vacant
Vacant
two.
and
They're like
Vacant
the
dos.
Bacon.
Like Mr. Wrestling 1 and Mr. Wrestling 2.
And my personal favorite title win of the weekend.
Uh-oh.
King of Pro Wrestling. It's a provisional title, but the fact that the King of Pro Wrestling champion is Toriano and is pissing pretty much everybody off that's a New Japan fan is just amazing.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right.
He's this funky guy. That you just trust me.
I have no idea who that
It's
is.
okay. I can.
But
If you don't
funny. Sounds funny.
listen to Tommy's anguish, and I'll tell you everything.
Yes.
I mean,
so-
I assume I just see him like this. Are you frozen?
I was,
There you go.
I was watching it, and I was like, that didn't happen. It didn't happen. How did this happen?
Breathe, Tommy, breathe.
Relax, Tommy.
Oh God, please breathe, Tommy. Deep breaths.
I love Tommy's reaction. I was hoping for that.
Three, two, one. 1, 2, 3.
3.
What the
What
heck
the heck is bothering
me?
me? Yes.
Jason,
What?
you told me
Where'd
not
Where'd
to
that
listen.
come from?
That was Family Matters, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. He lied to his wife about that's what he should be doing to relieve his stress.
Yep.
I was gonna
So
say,
currently-
Jason, you got to be careful mentioning New Japan with Tommy. Gets them all excited.
I know. The frame rate can't keep up.
I'm
Sorry,
okay.
Renee Young just tweeted, John wants to host NHL promo class.
NHL promo class?
Yeah, and then he
oh my
goes,
god.
you guys, he's cutting the promos in the living room like he's an 80s hockey player.
Okay,
Better
Moxley
be
did
good
that.
with that.
let me say, when they get a reality show, I am 10,000% in.
Oh god, yeah.
That would be
I
good.
am
For
From the
real.
little bit you saw of him on Total Divas, from that little bit
Oh,
you saw of
man.
him on there.
The little
Definitely.
tap was on.
What was that
he
thing
was
they
hilarious.
posted on Instagram when the pandemic started? She was like messing with she was like bouncing a royal toilet paper. He super kicked
Yeah.
her,
He
grabbed it,
super
and
kicked
ran
her?
off.
Yeah.
I was like,
know.
what is it like in their house all the time? Oh my god.
And it's Vegas, so why not?
Who
right?
knows, man?
Just a quick rundown though. Vacant currently holds the NXT Heavyweight Championship, the ROH Women's Championship, the ROH Pure Wrestling Championship, although technically I don't know if you can say he holds that, and the IWGP Junior Heavyweight
Still
Tag
for a
Team
long
Championship. Yeah. So
They did
That
announce the
guy is
participants for the pure title.
So that's
champion of champions.
is that like
He's the real
5 belts
goat.
vacant?
5 belt vacant.
The ones we know about.
Yeah.
Right.
If that was a
5 belts
shirt,
vacant.
I'd buy it.
You forget all the indie shows. He's the champion too.
Oh,
It should be
Now-
infinity belts vacant.
Yeah.
That's all. Is what it should be.
Now we'll move into AEW All Out, a nice Labor Day tradition. And I remember the episode 2 for us. Was it episode 2 or 3? The second
This
show
is
we
100. I don't
it was actually
remember.
3.
I don't remember
Actually,
99.
it was 3. It was All In. Like one of the first shows we ever talked about was All In, and it's
Wow.
pretty amazing that it's progressed into this now, All Out under the AEW banner. So, now there's currently 7 matches we know of. There's one more that's going to be added, but it's going to be based on the result of a tag team or 8-man tag match this weekend or this week on Dynamite. So, we're not picking that one since we don't know what that one's going to be, but we'll start with the buy-in. The 21-man casino battle royale. I love this.
Yeah.
Everyone draws cards. They come in 5 people at a time, and then somebody has the Joker card. They come in at number 21, and it's a battle royale from there. Winner gets an AEW World Championship title shot. The names I got listed on the agenda for you guys is who's been confirmed for the match so far, and they always bring in a lot of surprises. There might be a lot of indie surprises, people that you don't normally get to see. So. And with Thunder Rosa being on this show, you never know what's going to happen. So
No,
I think last time we were trying to guess who would be a surprise entrant, and then we picked our winner.
You want to go with that then?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, I'm going first.
Sure, why not? The ladies.
About that, I'm gonna go on a limb and say ACH is gonna be one.
Ooh,
Whoa.
okay, nice. All right.
I'm hoping, but I don't know. I know that like they work a lot with New Japan.
Mhm.
And since they've been doing that with that, I'm like, maybe he'll show up. And the winner.
He's technically a free agent, so we could have.
Yeah. My winner will be from just the ones I see. That's an interesting question. I'm gonna go with Pentagon Jr.
Pentagon Jr. Okay.
Mi gente.
Tez, who you got?
We're doing both the surprise entrance and our pick.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Surprise entrance. I'll pick a safe one. Like a James Storm as a safe pick for someone we don't know.
That'd be a solid
hasn't been announced yet.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
And for winner, I'm between Eddie Kingston and Lance Archer for winning it.
Oh boy. Yeah. Which way do you go?
He's like, dang, you got a big one.
For the lows, I'll lean to Lance Archer.
Yeah, I know you picked that for Tommy.
Look at his face. He did that specifically for Tommy.
Shut up.
What about you?
Tell us about your best friend, Tommy.
Yeah. Mike, what are you picking?
I'm gonna go with I don't know if it's an unusual, but you're thinking of indie stars, and I was trying to think of people we haven't seen there, or I don't think I've seen there, at least maybe in dark. Aaron Solo as a surprise.
Oh,
I know he's been doing
thinking about the dark folks.
New Japan
Yeah.
stuff.
I can see that.
So maybe I don't know. And then I was actually thinking very similar to Tess, so I think I'll take Eddie Kingston then.
Oh, okay.
I like the way he was thinking.
Tommy?
Gosh, I don't know who's like gonna be the surprise entrant. I really don't.
Could be legend sometimes, like didn't DDP or one of them show?
Oh,
yeah. DDP one.
Just say DDP.
Well, with that, actually, you know what? I think it'll just be Billy Gunn. Just
I wouldn't be surprised.
Been ringside so much, yeah.
Yeah, he pops in every now and again, so I'll say Billy Gunn. But for the winner, I'm picking Eddie Kingston. I don't care.
Okay.
Forget you, Lance.
All right.
Oh, don't say that out loud, man.
I love seeing that fire. I love seeing that fire.
I'm sticking with this, and I'm sticking with this,
JC.
and I want him to have another shot. I want Darby Allin to win this. I'm high on Darby Allin, and I want to get his mask from the AEW website because it's like perfect, half skull and everything.
Nice. Face mask.
For a surprise,
I
have no idea, but why the hell not Brock Lesnar? Come on,
what? No.
I mean,
God.
Tommy's like, hell no.
Tommy was walked out.
You're really
Okay,
just
close to speed. The show.
In all seriousness, though,
You know what? I thought we were friends. And apparently we are not.
Hang on, Mike. Go ahead. Sorry.
Tommy, this is like not another team movie. You only be one by person here. Go ahead and go.
Okay.
Oh, dang.
Wow.
I know.
Mike, go ahead.
No.
Damn,
All I'm
that's
saying is, I mean, Tony
Damn,
Khan has
that's
money.
whack.
We know that's Lesnar's. I mean, for the most part, I mean, what wouldn't it do to a one shot? Now, I mean, one shot, they maybe not for the 21-man battle royal, but I mean, why not? They got money.
It would fit into Lesnar's profile. I show up, I do the pre-show, and then I can leave right after. I don't really have to stay for the rest of the night, you know? So.
Well, my thought process, I feel like Cody's smart enough not to book him, but that's just me.
Probably so.
Well, it is a long shot. I just can't think of any. I mean,
I kind of like
ACH maybe. I would love to see ACH do it, but I don't know. That
Well, see, I honestly, from a business standpoint, it's not like Lesnar's like a bad dude. It's just, you know, I mean, well, here's the thing. I don't see them putting the title on him at all ever.
Okay.
Like I would see them bringing him in for like a
AEW likes their title to be on the show.
Yes.
This is a good point.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It's right.
Like they're crazy about having the champion there every week. Anyway.
Right.
And you know he's gonna say the first thing he's gonna say is like, "Let me be the last one in, and I win."
Yeah, let's hope he doesn't pull the card, right?
Should I walk in after everyone's been eliminated?
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Just get a payday.
Exactly.
All right. Well, on to what's probably going to be
Make
on
me
the main
look strong.
show. We'll start with Hardy versus Sammy Guevara. And this one's interesting. It's broken rules match, and if Hardy loses, he has to leave AEW.
Yeah.
Anybody think Hardy's going to be leaving AEW?
Nope.
No.
Nope. All right. We're all going Hardy. That was easy.
Like, does it matter what version of him? Like, broken Matt Hardy?
Actually, that's a good point.
Sure.
Original Hardy boys, Matt Hardy can stay? Or?
That's a good point.
Version 1 Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
Or high voltage Matt
Hardy.
Hardy.
Who's gonna pick Sammy?
Nobody here. We all hate the guy.
I try not to.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, why would I pick him?
But if he did lose, technically Matt could come back as Damascus because he could claim I'm not Matt Hardy. So
that's true.
Oh yes.
Yes.
I'm still not picking Sammy, but that's the loophole. There you go.
Yes, exactly.
Right. 8-man tag, Dark Order versus the Natural Nightmares, Matt Cardona, formerly Zack Ryder, and Scorpio Sky.
Who's the Dark Order?
What's the foursome?
Okay,
Brody, pretty much all of them, right? Dancing with that Cody casket the other night on Dynamite.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, Brody Lee might be in this one.
I'm over here like
Brody Lee's in that. I know that.
Is it him and Cabana?
Yeah.
Him, Cabana, and the two others. So I think it's all four. Yeah. So
I forgot Cabana was in that mix too.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting he's there.
If Brody Lee's in it, then I'm going to go Dark Order, with probably either one of the Natural Nightmares taking the pin.
I was good. I would guess QT Marshall only because QT Marshall always takes the pin.
I don't know anything about AEW, but I'm gonna go with Matt Cardona.
All right.
Just Matt Cardona.
She wants Zack Ryder, formerly Zack Ryder.
Woo.
That's right. I just want to hear that one time on AEW.
We'd love to see it. I'm going Dark Order as well. I mean,
Dark Order.
I'm talking. I don't know.
They're just like a full team.
Dark Order for me.
Hey, ride or die team. It's all good.
Yeah.
So
it's not really a ride or die. It's like I'm gonna pick them because I know that guy.
Well, you might be interested in this next one.
Okay.
Mimosa Mayhem match. It's by pin submission, or you dump your opponent into a tank of mimosa.
Can I drink a mimosa when I watch it?
Sure, I'll get
awesome.
You made that promise, JC.
I'm fine.
Oh, I get it now because of Orange Cassidy.
Yes.
Yes. Yay, Tina.
And what do you put in the orange juice?
Champagne.
Champagne.
Duh.
And what is Jerry? No, because you just got
the bubbly.
Okay. I got you now. I got
both of them. It's literally
exactly. That's why this is so appropriate. And the fact that this whole feud has built up to this, I really wish they would be the main event, just because that'd be great, you know. So
here's what I love. Like this past Dynamite, when at the end of the show, when the fastest I've ever seen Orange Cassidy move ever, when you're watching the screen and he sprints across the stage and dives on Jericho, I was like, I am so excited for this match right now because this dude actually ran somewhere to get. I was like, I am so happy.
What?
The fact that Jericho went over the first time when these two wrestled, and the fact that you have the Mimosa tank available, I got Cassidy winning, and Jericho's going in the tank with Mimosa. Jericho would do that to put him over. Yeah,
I got Cassidy winning too, and pretty much the same reason, but also because it's like that. I think they're so high on Cassidy now because they're showing the people he can wrestle. I mean, I honestly, to me, I think they heard the whole internet community talking about, oh, he can't wrestle, and like Jericho said, challenge accepted.
Yeah.
I just wanna sit down with a mimosa with my hands in my pockets.
That's fine.
Wait,
and then you feed me
you
the
drink
mimosa.
the mimosa.
Duh, she's gonna feed me the mimosa.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna get her one of those helmets with straws and put mimosas in there. And
put it in my mouth.
Mike, what were you gonna say? Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say. Plus, with the type of heel Jericho is, how would he not go in the mimosa?
Yes.
It's kind of what he wants to do. He even said in one of his documentaries that he wants to leave the business being like drug out, pulled out, and carried out. That's how he wants to retire.
Seriously.
And I hope Orange Cassidy is the guy who gets him drug out of the like in 5 years or so when Jericho retires. His last match is against Orange Cassidy, and he gets drug out of the arena. That would just make me so happy.
Yes. Yeah.
Orange Cassidy would be a good one. Or if the rumors are true that Chris Benoit's son, Dave Benoit, is wrestling, that would be one way for Jericho to go out, is the fact that he can put Benoit's son over. So
I think
as long as David ignores all the trolls on the internet, who I can't stand, he'll be okay.
Just ignore it. Do you? Yeah. I'm actually very happy to hear that he's in it, because he's kind of been cursed by that last name his whole life, and the fact that he's getting into it in wrestling and trying to take it back and for him to be his own, I really enjoy seeing that news. So I wish him the best of luck.
A lot of respect for that. A lot of respect for that.
I'm impressed by the fact that he even wants to try. I mean, I wouldn't blame him at all if he never wanted to do wrestling again. I don't think anybody would. But the fact that he wants to even give it a shot and like just try to be the best at it, dude, go for it.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame him if he never wanted to watch it, let alone have anything to do with it, let alone actually try and train for it.
But thank Jericho for that. Jericho got him back into it. Jericho reconnected him with his mom's or his stepmom's side of the family. So
Jericho and Chavo Guerrero are the heroes we need in wrestling right now.
Yes, definitely.
Exactly.
Now,
no lie.
AEW Tag Team Championship.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, I have. Tommy knows.
Yeah.
Tommy knows.
Yeah, I know Tina hated the revival, but does she love FTR?
No.
No.
No, I don't hate them.
Okay.
I don't hate them anymore. I like them.
Okay.
But I'm not a huge fan of them still.
Okay. Now, before you make a pick, did I see it right? Hangman Page is out of the Elite. They kicked him out of the Elite.
Yes, he's out of the Elite.
Did you see why?
I didn't see why. I mean, I'll let you explain.
So,
go ahead, Tommy.
So it was a tag team gauntlet to see who's going to face Omega and Page at All Out. And when the Bucks are going for the Meltzer driver against Best Friends, and Page literally came out of nowhere and grabbed Nick's foot and held him there. And Trent got the roll up on Matt, and they were out of the gauntlet. And everyone's like, "Where did that come from?" And so they confronted him backstage, and they yelled at him. They threw him out of the Elite.
And then was in near tears.
But he's still in the match.
He's still tag team champions with Omega because he hasn't lost the title. But,
but
the Elite was, Omega, the Bucks, and Page. But now Page.
But that's where it gets better. If you watch Being the Elite, the last minute
at the very end
is like the fallout from that. And Kenny's face, man, I don't know where he stands. I don't. It looked very cleaner-ish.
He's got the shades. He's got his hair coiffed a certain way.
Like when he debuted as the cleaner for Bullet Club, that's what he looked like at the end of the video.
So the thing is Omega going to follow Page and leave the Elite and stay with Hangman Page, or stick with the Bucks? That's
tune in this Saturday.
That's where I have a theory. That's where I have a theory.
All right, Tez, go ahead and make your pick.
So I'm FTR. FTR is winning the belts.
Okay.
And what I'm going to say storyline wise is going to happen is Omega will turn heel some point either during the match or after the match, attack Hangman Page. Tully Blanchard is managing FDR. He's also already managing Sean Spears. JC's wearing his shirt. Omega aligns himself with Blanchard, Spears, and FDR. You have your sort of pseudo horseman type of stable. I'm saying this also as someone who's a big fan of Tully Blanchard. He probably wrestled my favorite match in old school NWA history against Magnum TA in the steel cage match for the U.S. title. Anyway, so then that sets up Hangman Page on sort of a climb out of this whole drunk angle that he's in to probably get himself back into a classic-ish babyface type of thing, like rising from drunkenness to sobriety type of deal. So I can see that, and maybe down the line him and Page and Omega having a rivalry at some point.
I can see that.
That's just me.
That's interesting.
Okay, you convinced me, guys. I'm picking FTR.
Okay. Good job, Tess.
Nice job, Tess. Very nice.
It was him and Tommy, actually.
I'm
Tommy said, like,
FTR.
they're going to turn on each other. I'm like, oh, never mind.
Yeah.
FTR.
I'm going to pick FTR too. And I just want to say I find that interesting because I feel like a lot of people think Hangman is destined with what they've shown to be the one to join FTR. So if they swerve that and Omega was the one who actually turned, I think that would be
pretty good.
So
Okay.
You have a solid leader with Omega.
Mm-hmm.
People have been wondering, like,
you got Sean Spears, who's basically going to be told. Basically, you got FTR, who is essentially the Andersons. You have Spears, who's going to be Tully, and you have Omega, who's going to be Flair.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten, and there's no knock on Omega, we haven't gotten the Omega that made him famous, the one we got in New Japan, who was, psychotic, the cleaner, everything. We've gotten kind of a watered down version, but I think we've been slowly building up to that. And
I've been telling people since the beginning that was on purpose. He was doing that on purpose.
Yeah.
So we're all going FTR.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's due time, right? So yeah. Well, I know Tina's gonna have a pick on the next one.
Yes, I do, and I don't know.
And I don't know either because I'm sitting there typing this up, man. I still don't know who to pick.
I'm like, I don't know.
AEW Women's Championship. Hikaru Shida defending against the current NWA Women's Champion Thunder Rosa. A lot of ties to the San Antonio area.
This is so hard.
We started off the show with the 10-bell suit to Massive, and I actually went back after the news of his passing and watched the interview I did with him last year. And one of the questions, it was a question submitted by Tina actually for the interview, was who do you think is the most underrated wrestler today, male and female? Female one straight out, Thunder Rosa. And he said that about her, and since then she's taken off. She's doing MMA. She's currently a women's champion. And the fact that she signed this match is like, wow, this is awesome. It's companies working together. I'm going to go out and say it. I think Thunder Rosa is going to be a dual champion, NWA and AEW. So I'm going with Thunder Rosa to win this one. Nothing, and Shida, I wouldn't be surprised if Shida won. She's lost one match this whole year in AEW.
Yeah.
So you need to be somebody like Thunder Rosa to take that down. So that it's going to be, it possibly could steal the whole show. It's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to this one. So, Tina, do you want to pick this one last?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, who's ready to pick this one? Go ahead.
Good.
So I can see one of two ways, and I don't see Thunder Rosa taking a pin. I can see her either winning or the match goes to a time limit draw.
Okay.
But I will lean toward Thunder Rosa winning. I'm going to lean toward that.
I forget there's time limits. But yeah, so.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
Mike, what do you got?
I'm going to borrow a phrase from Tina and say I'm going to go with mi gente and go with Thunder Rosa. One of San Antonio's own.
I like how Mike looked at Tina like, did I say that right? So.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. All right. So that's 3 for Thunder Rosa. Tommy, I have a feeling you're not going to follow along with us. You're Hikaru Shida.
I know, man.
Okay.
I know.
I know. It's like for me, it's like picking a chick you're crushing on or your sister. It's like
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Wait.
Look,
For
Thunder
what?
Rosa is like, look, dude. Thunder Rosa is like a sister, dude. She's so
Picking
cool.
them in
I've met her several times. Like,
picking
just
them in the context of what though? Because
well,
Phrasing.
like Thunder
not
Rosa
Alabama.
is like because like just talking to her and stuff and getting to know her. She's so cool. She's almost like family to me now. And Hikaru Shida is a chick that I've totally been crushing on literally since I first saw her. So my problem is,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Your best friend or your crush?
I'll go. We'll come
your
back
best
to
friend
you.
or the crush.
Okay.
I get it.
Okay, I'll go. We'll come back to you. So this is my thing. So when I started watching AEW, I got kind of bored with it because it wasn't entertaining to me, and at least for me, right? As I've seen now bits and pieces of it's getting more and more entertaining to me, and I actually like watching the little clips. I don't get to watch it very often, but when I do, it's very entertaining. The one thing I always griped about was the women's division. The women's division was a little boring to me.
I agree.
Has it gone better? Yes. And the first woman that I actually was like, oh my God, she's awesome, was Shida.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I love her. She's awesome. She's an amazing wrestler. She kept winning all these matches, but like super creative ways and stuff like that. But at the same time, mi gente. So I don't know. It's a very hard decision because I really think that Shida should be a champion for longer.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she might be a champion longer. So, but at the same time, I know Thunder Rosa is an amazing wrestler as well. And of course, mi gente and ties in San Antonio and all that stuff. So I'm going to go the route of Tez and say it's probably going to be a draw, time limit. But if I'm going to lean over to someone, it's barely Thunder Rosa, but barely.
Okay.
As
You
we
can
go to
just
Tommy,
say time limit draw if you want to pick that, or do you want to go with
yeah,
that?
I mean, I didn't pick it, but if you want to pick
I'm
that,
picking
you can
time
pick
limit
that.
draw because I can't do this.
There you go, Tommy. No,
Okay, there you go.
Time limit draw. I can't do this.
Okay.
I was kind of interested in seeing Tommy's slice of life anime where he can't pick between his childhood friend and the hot girl in class.
See, I think the thing for Tommy
not
is,
what he said.
is that what he? Well, yeah, he didn't phrase it right, but I think the thing with Tommy that he has not saying is the fact that he knows Thunder Rosa, and if Thunder Rosa watches this and sees that he picked against her, she's gonna come kick your ass. Pandemic.
Technically did.
Yeah,
you said draw. You technically did.
No, I said no. I did not go against her, Tez. Don't you dare do that. I said draw. Shut up, Tez.
I'm gonna call her right now.
And I'll be honest.
I'm the black guy on this show.
I'll be honest. If she gets signed by AEW, I will totally go to an AEW show and get my face painted and go to the show.
Here's
like that.
another reason why I
This is
want
freaking
her
awesome.
signed and I want her to win too. She hates Sammy Guevara with a passion, and she's mentioned this on social media. Some kid wore a Sammy Guevara shirt to get an autograph from her, and she like just slapped the dude. So, if
That's
nothing
amazing.
else, I want her to win the title, and then at some point just beat the crap out of Sammy Guevara for the hell of it.
Going backstage and just
smack him. So,
go.
On episode of Being the Elite.
Yeah, exactly. Episode of being the elite. She just shows up, slap, leaves.
To me, it's like because Thunder
Arrive,
Rosa
slap,
is
leave.
like a nicer version of Lance. She's very, very sweet and kind, but she can still beat me up if she feels like it, and I can't do anything to stop it. So
she can beat you up worse than Lance, I think. At this point.
Actually, yes, because she
Probably
can
so.
actually snap. Random. Well,
I mean, she did MMA.
She does MMA still.
It's
Yeah.
amazing. Like, I'm scared of her.
Lance will just punch me in the face
And she's
repeatedly.
probably, like,
She'll like
lighter than
actually
me.
break stuff like intentionally. So
Yeah.
So I'm saying she's probably way lighter than me weight wise, but she probably could kick my butt. I'm not
She's
gonna
such
go
a nice person. I mean, I've met her a couple times when I would do the interviews at Hybrid. She was there, and I got to talk to her briefly and shake her hand. She's a lot of fun. Even when everyone remembers the whole Joey Ryan, Mia Khalifa thing that they did, and when Mia said stuff that she did on her show about wrestling, she came down to Hybrid, and Thunder Rosa was in there showing her how it worked and chopped the shit out of her. So
she
got a lesson. So it's pretty cool.
That weekend of her fight, I think ROH was that time they sent some of the wrestlers down to just meet fans for free because they couldn't do a show. She was actually just like at home recovering, and a whole bunch of us were in line for ROH. But somebody called her and said, "Hey, how are you doing?" And she said, "I'm fine." And she's like, "Well, where are you guys?" And we told her. She just came out and hung out with us for like 10 minutes. So she was because she lived nearby, so she just came on out, hung out with us. So that's why I'm like, she's totally cool because she didn't owe us that. She doesn't have to do that for us. She owes us nothing. But she is like, I'll just come out and say hi to you guys. And she was like, thank you for your support and everything. And she actually apologized for not winning. Like any of us are going to judge her on that. Like, oh yeah, shame on you for not winning that fight that we had no part in whatsoever.
Still had a hell of a showing, and then
she had a hell of a showing. So
I was hoping to interview her this year, but pandemic and everything. I was going to try and reach out to her, but She did do an interview for Tacos and Tap Outs. If you want to search that on the podcast, it's a really cool story. So,
JC, I was going to mention earlier when you said it, just in passing, you were like, I met her when I was doing the interviews, and I shook her hand. And I was like, back in the days when you could shake people's hands.
Exactly.
I
Yes.
remember those.
Back in the
what
before
was that
time.
like, man?
Man, so long ago.
I remember those days.
What were things like in the before time, Papa?
JC, Tina, pass those stories on to the kids, please.
We'll do.
I will.
When we didn't have to wear masks.
The kids will learn.
Yeah.
We'll show them how it's done at home.
Yes. Now, finally, AEW World Championship, and this is an interesting note that Moxley cannot use his paradigm shift as he defends the title against MJF. Tina's wearing the shirt. I think we know where she's going with this one. So
you damn right where I'm going
with this one. So
and he's probably gonna tell me like, I don't care about your pick.
Yes.
I don't give a shit. And I'm gonna be like, I'm still picking you. I'm still picking you. I don't care.
Now I want Mike to pick.
And honestly, I pick him because Moxley's been champion for a while.
Revolution.
Revolution.
Yeah, and I think so. I think it's been it's time.
Mm-hmm.
So, in my opinion, so.
Mike, a few weeks ago on your 1 minute warning, you just flat out called it MJF is not playing a character. He is a legit, real jerk.
Yes.
So,
yes, and I love it.
I was just thinking.
Are you going with MJF on this one, or what?
I honestly, I feel like it's kind of a heart head thing again, because my heart is obviously Moxley, but
same thing.
They're obviously huge on MJF. If there's ever a time to kind of pull that trigger, it might be now. But AEW is also kind of good at storytelling and kind of making things play out for a bit. So
true.
I'm going to go against my head and go John Moxley. I can't see MJF winning it yet. I just can't.
Okay. Is it also partly because Moxley was just revealed as the #1 wrestler on the PWI 500? I think to no surprise. Because
who was number 2?
Adam Cole.
Okay,
Cesaro.
Cesaro. No, number 3.
I think your game, Tina.
I think MJF was number 3 or something.
No,
like that.
Chris Jericho's number 3.
What number was he?
MJF was 22.
Oh damn, I'm totally off.
Okay, so
maybe I'm thinking of Jericho then. Never mind.
But I mean, here's the thing. Another thing I enjoyed about Dynamite watching it when he was coming out for the whole contract signing. They're showing that. They're presenting that, hey, Pro Wrestling Illustrated, he's #1. Here's the graphic. Yeah. There's Jericho getting pissed off on commentary. What? I was 3? What the hell? I should be #1, so.
Who was 2?
Yeah, exactly. Britt Baker's boyfriend, right? So
Britt Baker's boyfriend?
So,
it's right.
So, yeah. So, this is like a 50-50 thing. Like, I've been saying they're building up MJF. He hasn't been pinned yet. You have Moxley, arguably the biggest star in wrestling right now, who holds a championship here and a championship in Japan, which is weighing on me. Is Kenta going to beat him too? Because that's a big question there. So
that's a good question.
But
if Kenta still has the challenge certificate by then.
Oh yeah.
That's true. The kicker here is Kenta. The paradigm shift. I think it's going to be one of those.
Tommy.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
I wonder how that's gonna. Moxley's gonna have to get creative. He said it in the promo, but the fact that he can't do the paradigm shift, I don't think he's gonna be able to put MJF away. So I think MJF is gonna win the title here.
He should win with a pedigree.
No. He should win with
that'll be such a great dick move.
He should win with a curb stomp.
He should win
a spear and then a curb stomp.
No.
Or a
he
spear,
should win
a spear.
And take a minute to cover it.
Oh man.
Superman punch. Spear.
Over.
Yes.
And put one arm over him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should definitely use Reigns and
F5.
Now that being said,
5 knuckle shove. No, I'm kidding.
That being said, if he does
Too far.
lose and MJF is a title, I don't think MJF's going to hold it very long because I think Moxley's going to want his rematch and he's going to win it back pretty damn easy. I mean, no paradigm shift involved, no paradigm restriction involved. He's going to win it back. So,
Just going to hit the paradigm shift repeatedly until he plays.
If he wins, that could play into your pick for the winner of the All-In Casino Battle Royal.
Because I did pick Darby Allin. Darby Allin versus
MJF as the champion. Yeah.
Yeah. So
very good.
Very good. Exactly. Tez, who are you picking on this one?
Oh boy. So we only had 2 AEW World Champions so far. Both of them are former WWE guys, former WWE champions.
That's true.
I mean, besides the face, as far as the faces of when I think of AEW, besides when I think of the faces of AEW who aren't the elite and aren't the EVPs, MJF is there also. And he is my favorite heel in wrestling right now. He is just, and the way that they've been building him up with the whole campaign and the press conferences, and probably my favorite contract signing segment in professional wrestling. Period.
That one was brilliant.
I mean, the table didn't even break.
Yeah,
he didn't break the table. That was great. Like, thank you for the surprise. And I mean, Also, I haven't seen a rivalry with that title that has done the kind of classic trade the first 2 wins and then the rubber match to seal it off.
Yeah.
I can see this. I can kind of see this being the start of that.
Okay.
So I'm actually gonna pick MJF to win this one.
Woo-woo.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick
Join
MJF.
the dark side.
Look, I want to see a 3 title match program out of these 2 guys. I want to see that for the next few months going. I want to see that.
And Tommy, where are you going with this one?
John Moxley.
Ooh, boy. All right.
Yeah. Anyway, no, like the whole contract signing. One of my favorite parts of that segment was when Moxley said, "I don't really know any lawyers except a public defender. I think he's in jail now." And I was like, and I immediately thought to myself,
he's probably right.
He's joking.
Yeah.
I can't tell if he's joking or not. I don't think he's joking.
Probably not.
Defender's actually in prison.
He probably isn't.
Probably is not.
Said, I said I'm a public defender, but I think he's in jail now. And I sat there thinking, I can't tell if he's kidding. I don't think he's kidding. I think his public defender's in prison.
I really don't think he's kidding.
Oh man, it says a lot about how AEW has built this up to where we struggled just to pick the championship. Yeah. How well they've done a job with it. The contract signing was great. I think of the past few weeks, that and the debate between Jericho and Cassidy are my 2 favorite segments I've had on TV.
That was great.
Yes.
I think one thing that makes those so special is because AEW doesn't do them often. So when they so the MJF campaign, I think, was irritating on purpose. Like you were so sick of that. You were so sick of seeing that, but at the same time, I'm like, that's the point, though.
Yeah,
he's annoying. He's irritating. You don't want to see him on your TV screen. That's a heel. You want to see him shut up. So that's why they did that. So it's like, I get that. But when they do segments like that, because that debate was fantastic. Only because if for no other reason, Eric Bischoff just made that whole thing a million times better. He said, Jericho, I hated you for 20 years, Bischoff. And Bischoff said, it's been 24 years. I know exactly how you feel.
And the best part of it, too, is Orange Cassidy having his old school moment that, Will Ferrell had. Yeah, so.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. I love it. They're doing a build-up here. Tina's a huge fan of MJF. So much so she wanted a mask when they released one, but when I showed her the mask they put together, she said, nope, can't buy it. Because only MJF could get away with selling merch where he's throwing you the middle finger to spell out the J in his name, and then you have M, the middle finger is J, and then F is the other side. And that's a mask you would wear. It's a face mask.
I was like, yeah, I love
Check out on the AEW shop online. They are selling a mask, flipping the bird as you walk by.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
Don't you love wrestling?
To be honest, I'm surprised that's not their hottest selling item, literally.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
It would not shock me at all if that.
I mean, JC kept wanting to get me the scarf, and I was like, no, I won't wear it.
Yeah.
And then there was also a shirt with the scarf.
There's actually a shirt with the scarf printed on, like his actual scarf.
I just want to know how many of those does he have, and where does he get them?
The scarf though, the description on it is like a cheap ass imitation scarf or something. So it's not his actual scarf; it's like an imitation.
Yeah, but the actual scarf that he uses is a bullberry. I can't remember how to say it. Bullberry. It's an expensive brand of clothing, and like they make cologne and perfume and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So
yeah, they don't make
commitment to the character.
They don't make a lot of clothes, but when they do, they make it a lot of like scarves and like gloves and things like that.
Yeah.
So I know because one of my friends, she used to buy the perfume like religiously, like all the time.
Oh,
And I was like, and they were expensive.
You saw it?
Tez just
I
looking
see.
down
I'm
the face
looking at it
mask.
right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Burberry. That's
Burberry.
what- Burberry.
Perfect.
The
Okay.
brand.
Well, that's all out. Definitely looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, and
So, real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, say real quick before we move on, I just checked the Instagram, and you would be surprised the number of WWE guys congratulating Eric Young on his Impact World Title.
I believe it. I believe it.
I believe it.
I think I said it before we
Yeah.
talked
On the
about
actual Impact thing?
on his Instagram.
On, Eric Young's Instagram.
Eric Young's Instagram.
Yeah.
I love the fact that everybody knows each other. They support
yeah,
each
I
other
mean-
no matter what. It's amazing. I really like it there.
And I've never heard a bad thing about Eric Young.
No,
his
I
No,
mean,
actually, from what I hear, he's a pretty good dude backstage.
Yeah.
First one I saw was Peyton Royce, and Peyton Royce is with the clapping.
Yes.
And then Nikki Cross, congratulations, hell yeah.
That's
Oh,
pretty
Tommy,
awesome.
of course, but hell yeah also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, why did Tommy do this?
Who's this guy?
And Ziggler did the.
Now, this has been, as I say this, when I said at the start, this was a bittersweet episode. We're celebrating 100 episodes. We're talking AEW. But we had to say goodbye to some people in wrestling, some very close to us. We'll start with one that, they say these things comes in threes. Bullet Barb Armstrong, I believe he was in his 90s. He passed away.
Yeah, that was
that was rough. But later that same day, we got the news about Massive, who we've all known for such a long time. I did the interview. I had to go back and watch it again. Remember the stories, the time seeing him in ACW, SCW when he was out there pulling full on heel and we were cheering him on. It was great, So there's so many stories I have about him, so many great ones. I invite you, if you haven't watched yet, to go back and watch the interview because I'm just listening to all those stories he had, sharing one about him in Showtime. It's just amazing.
Oh, God.
Can I share something like personal too? Like
sure, yeah.
We were I think we were talking to him, setting up his interview, I think.
Yeah.
And my son was only 6 months old, I want to say.
Yeah.
And he all of a sudden we were talking to him on speaker so he could hear both of us. We're like, hey, this is what we want to do, this and that. And he's he's a really nice guy. He's very talkative, and he talked to us about about him, like him being a dad and everything, because we were talking about our kids are in the room. Sorry, they're loud. And then we had to stop him. We're like, hey, we need to hang up because our son is literally about to crawl. Time.
This was if you go back and watch the interview, we mentioned it. Like he had just gone out of prison when he served for the prescription drug thing, and he was looking for a place to live in like the Austin, San Antonio area, and that's when I got in contact and talked to him. We talked for a little while. But yeah, go ahead, finish the story. So.
Well, that was it. I mean, he was like, oh man, yeah, don't miss on that stuff. Like he says he had some times that he missed those things, and he really, it's not something you miss. So he wrote right away. He was like, he understood and everything. He hung up, and our son literally did crawl.
Yeah.
For the first time. So I remember that because I remember we were having this conversation, really great conversation with him, both of us. And then we were literally like, sorry, but we have to go.
I think our son's gonna crawl right now.
I think our son's about to crawl, and sure enough, he did.
Yeah.
So that's one of the memories of that I have. Whenever that memory comes up of my son crawling, I'm probably gonna remember like right before that I was talking to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I mean I put this one post about it. I remember post ACW show, we just randomly went to eat at a Denny's off of I-10 in Wurzbach, I think.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there down to eat, and in walks in Massive and Grace, and they say, "You want to join us?" Sure. And it was just fun to talk to him. He's such a hilarious guy. They were grabbing a bite to eat before they go back to El Paso, and I remember he got his burger, and there's like this big ass piece of lettuce in there. It wasn't even shredded, just huge thing. And he calls the waiter over and says, "Hey man, tell your cook I'm not a rabbit." He just puts it down. It's this big ass piece of lettuce and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's like a massive say actually.
Yeah.
I got one. I think I mentioned this actually around the episode we were talking about the interview, but it's from ACW. And you remember when we were going to the shows, I had a former student who was dating Barry Breeze at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And they used to sit up in the venue on the balcony. And so there was a match, and I don't remember if it was a tag or a singles, but it was Breeze and Massive on the other side, and Massive like splashes him from the second rope, and then looks up at the belt. He's like, "That one's for you," and like pointing right up to them. I was like, "Oh dang!"
Yeah, he killed him.
Yep.
As a heel, he was
Funny.
awesome. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
I mean, I loved it. He even talked about those moments in the interview when I one time told the guy in a wheelchair, "Yeah, I bet you won't stand up and tell that to me," or something like that. So it's just awesome. Tommy, I know you're all over San Antonio wrestling and Texas wrestling. I'm sure you've
Yeah.
had your run-ins with Massive many a time.
Yeah.
And you know, he mentioned one story in the interview that he had with you, but I want to hear what sticks out for you. So
man, so much. It's like first time meeting him, like, was ACW. Like, I think the first time I met him, I think ACW was still at Graham Central Station, I think.
Oh wow.
Because like they only ran there like 4 or 5 times. I think that's where I first met him. And I don't know, we would just, talk all the time and everything. I remember when he, first, came back to Texas, and then it was at BOW before I was filming, and he was just hanging out, and me and Professor Joe Manila, we just saw him. We were like, "Oh, what?" He kind of scared us. We were like, because we always didn't know it was him. So that's one of the pictures I posted too. Was when I saw him then. But 2 other memories that stick out was when he won the BOW Heavyweight Championship. The picture I took of him holding the belt, he used that as his profile picture for like months, and I always felt pretty honored that he did that. Like, I mean, he didn't have to ask me, of course, but the fact that he wanted to use that one to, kind of promote himself more, I was like, it felt good to know that I could do that. But probably one of the funniest things I remember, it was like some of the more recent ones when he was wrestling in BOW, and I was just filming, but he would always yell at me to get the F out the way. And one time he was going for a pin or something, and I had to zoom the camera into the ring, and that son of a swept at me. And I was like, and I'm supposed to be impartial, but I know I flipped him off. so I tried to be an impartial cameraman, and he wouldn't let me do that. Part of me thinks it was revenge because I never let him wrestle a match without me messing with him.
Yep.
So in hindsight, that's fair. I can't get mad at that.
I'm a firm believer that everyone tries to get Tommy to be a part of the show as a cameraman or timekeeper or announcer, so he's not as loud during the show.
I agree with
I truly believe that.
Being forced to be quiet.
I'm pretty sure Brandon was like, "Oh, just do Tommy do it. He'll be quiet."
Yeah, I wish I could say I disagree with you, but I don't, because you're probably right.
And the funny part is, I feel like when we went to that one hybrid show, they asked me to do the camera, so they didn't want me to be loud. But then again, my son was the one that told Richie to,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, how do you like that, Richie? So,
and I'm like, well, he's related to him. What do you?
Yeah. So many memories. Did everyone get to share? I don't recall if everyone got to share. Did I miss anybody?
We're good.
Yeah. So Sal, God, this gone too soon. I mean, we interviewed a year ago. You had just gone out of hospital. You had your health issues. You fought through a painkiller addiction. And you talked a lot in that interview about how God saved you that night and how you wanted to you just love this business. You give back to it. Your match with Hurricane Hector was your favorite of all time. One of the highlights of your career was wrestling in the ECW arena, tag teaming with Darren Childs, who also mentioned that on his own Facebook post. What's scary to me is that I think he's like my age. So it's freaky, and it sucks that he was really getting a second chance on his life. He's only a year in. But his legacy in wrestling, if I remember it, is just he wanted the teaching, anything that what you learn from this business, you give back what you take from it, and you just pass on what you learn.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact quote. I can't think of the top of my head. I'd have to go back and watch it. But I invite you to go back and watch that interview. I'll put a link out down here below. I'll put a link in the description also for a GoFundMe that has been set up to help his family with funeral expenses, because it's a trying time right now for everybody. And right now, with everything going on, someone suddenly passing like this, to my knowledge, it was not COVID related. We don't know what happened.
Yeah.
All we know is that he's no longer with us, and that's what sucks. Because he's one of the guys, when this was all over, you would just look forward to wanting to hang out with, because he's such a lot of fun. So, Massive, we love you. We're always going to miss you. I know you still find a way to torment us one way or another at a wrestling show. You're going to haunt every show that Tommy's going to be at, I'm pretty sure. But
so if I feel someone, so if something gets thrown into the crowd and it hits me by accident, I'm assuming that Massive's ghost just shifted it so it smacked me in the face. So I'm gonna look up to heaven and be like, Massive.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
But now you're up there. Enjoy wrestling with Eddie. You met Eddie a couple times. He's an El Paso guy like yourself, and I know you guys are up there and just watching all over us.
Well,
and
gigantic heaven LWO.
Yeah. So he did mention a few guys that he felt needed to be signed on the interview. Thunder Rosa was one of them. Here she is. I don't know if he's fully signed. Another one he mentioned was Ricky Starks, and he's on the show tonight. So it's
I think he
pretty.
officially got signed too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
he had an eye for talent, that's for sure.
Yeah, he definitely did.
What I liked it. One thing he did for when the Horde were still tagging was like he like brought them in the stable with him, and like that they were getting that nuclear heat throughout BOW. So I thought that was pretty cool because he did that on purpose just to help them get.
He loves being a heel. He loved it.
Yeah. He was fantastic.
Yeah, he was great. Yeah. So
that's why he loved it so much. He was a great jackass. Yeah. That's why.
And final memory I'll ever have. This is one that will always stick out to me. Is when he's at ACW. The first time they ever introduced him as the world's largest cruiserweight. Yeah. I was in the middle of taking a drink from my beer, and I damn near spit it out. And I look up at Massive, and he's just looking at me with this smile, like, "Yeah, that's right." He's just like, because it was so hilarious. Yeah, almost like he put that in his intro just to pop us, and it was so hilarious.
Right. Sounds about right because I think I remember that too, and I just staring at him. I'm like. Didn't I or somebody else yell on what planet or something like that?
Probably it was you.
Yeah.
It was probably you.
It was probably me.
It's unfortunate I won't get to see my dream because I wanted him in the Cruiserweight Classic one year. Just 1 year. Yeah, he's 205. What the hell? So
that would have been great.
Yeah, sure.
If you got a drink in front of you, hold it up if you can. Salut.
Salut.
Massive, we love you. I'm definitely going to miss you during football season because you and I talk so much shit when the Steelers will play my Titans, but go Titans, bro. But I love you. I miss you. We'll see you one time down the road, man.
That's me, man.
All right. AEW All Out is this Saturday, September 5th, 7 p.m. Central Time. On TNT at 5 o'clock, they're going to have a countdown to All Out, and then the buy-in will be at 6 o'clock, where they'll probably have the Casino Battle Royal. It's from the Daly's Place Amphitheater in Jacksonville, Florida, and will be on Bleacher Report Live for $50. And if you're in the Jacksonville area, if you haven't bought your tickets, yes, they are seating at about 17% capacity. They've been doing that starting last week with Dynamite. And it is really cool to see live fans in this again singing Chris Jericho's song and everything like that. It's great to see. I know big super fan Izzy. Everyone knows Izzy from like NXT, the big Bayley super fan. She's been training herself. She has her own sort of like a wrestling interview show. She's going to All Out, so she lives in the Florida area. So it is pretty awesome to see. So
and as much and honestly, like to them, to AEW and to New Japan as well. Props to bringing fans back in the safest way they can. Yeah, they can't pack out the stadium. Yeah, they can't have thousands of fans, but we can let a few in until all this blows over. They're still doing it safe. It's still good business. I applaud that kind of thing. So.
Yeah, I agree.
Shout out also Izzy. She recently did an interview with Roxy.
Oh, nice.
Cool. Yes, from Laredo. So
from Laredo.
I'm waiting for that to get published because I definitely want to see how that comes out. So for us, episode 100.
Episode 100.
100.
WrestleCast, huh?
100.
Go ahead, Tina.
Oh yeah, 100. Can I do a minute thingy?
You want to do a minute?
Yeah,
sure.
It's real quick though.
Why not?
And Tommy, and I know Mike's gonna love it because it's about the Bella twins.
Oh boy.
Bye guys, it's been a blast.
That's all we gotta do to get them to go away.
That's right.
All right, Tina, whenever you're ready.
All right, I was just gonna say that they finally said the name of their babies, so that's all I was gonna say. They finally said what their names are. So Nikki Bella's was born on July 31st, and his name is Mateo Artemovich Chikvintiv. I can't say his last name, but he was born.
You thought his Hispanic names were bad.
So he was born around, from what I understand, he was born around 11 o'clock on July 31st, and then Bree had a C-section the next day, and her son is named Buddy Desert Danielson.
That's about right.
So
yeah, that sounds about accurate.
Yep, that's about right.
Yeah, and he was born at 9 a.m. So they're about 22 hours apart.
Buddy and Mateo Bella, the future WWE Tag Team Champions. Let's be honest here.
And that's gonna be kind of funnier thing. I keep looking back and forth in their pictures, and they kind of look alike, which is a little freaky. Except one of them has brown eyes, and I think one of them has blue eyes. So I'm just like,
hey man, them Bella jeans are strong. Apparently,
I guess so, man. If they
I mean,
dominant.
Birdie looks just like Brian, so I'm not surprised that he looks like Bray. Same thing with Nikki. Most of the time, like they always say, the firstborns and the girls look like their dads, and the boys look more like their moms. Not usually, sometimes but most of the time. And I can say that I am professed to that because my daughter looks just like JC. So
yeah, she does.
With long
hair. With my family, it was always a coin flip. Okay, who's this one going to look like?
Yeah. It's kind of the same thing with my family. Who's this one going to look like?
The air, we watch it fall.
And my son is kind of both of us, I think.
Yeah,
I think so.
In a weird way. So.
Fusion hot.
Yeah.
Congrats again to the Bellas.
Yes.
For us, thank you everybody.
That was it. That was all I was gonna say. See, it wasn't that bad, Mike.
It wasn't that bad, Mike. Right?
They do have a People magazine coming out with the whole thing about it.
Oh my gosh.
And about how they also I'll just keep talking. They also apparently they also talk about the fact that Bree and Brian did not want to know the gender, so they found out that when they gave birth.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Surprise, it's a boy, just like your sister.
Where's the clock?
Okay.
Mike, shut up. I liked it better when you went off. Okay.
Okay, JC, how did we make it 100 episodes? I don't remember how we did that.
You know what?
I don't know either, man.
The funny part is, Ted, I have to shout out Ted, Steady from the Geekcast, and he helped us get this started. When we got this started, he was like, I want to do something like wrestling. You're looking for content for the Geekcast. Maybe like there's something we can do. We can get you like weekly content. Like wrestling there's never an off season, right?
Yeah.
And he said, why don't we record it? We're trying to build up the YouTube channel. I said, sure. And that's really all it was. Is like, it was myself, Mike. I was trying to get on, of course, obviously, but he was busy with school. And I was like, let me call Tommy. He's like, Tommy, would you want to do it? Yeah, sure. That was literally like a last minute thing, and we stuck with it. So.
We also started with Jericho. We forgot about Jericho.
We started Jericho. I didn't forget about Jericho, but I know he's going crazy right now with everything he's got going on. So
2 sons, and he's expecting a third.
He's got 2 sons. He's got a third on the way.
Whoa!
His wife's a teacher. He's got kids in school. He's got a lot going on. But
he does.
COVID season.
COVID season. So shout out to Steady A for helping us get this started. He actually sat and did the editing for the first 2 episodes until I figured it out and moved on from there. Shout out to
he was always laughing behind the camera. And that was
hilarious to me. I remember the first 2-3 episodes he was just behind the camera going.
Yeah. And he was telling me at work, as I work with him, he's like, "Man, you guys maniacs! It's amazing what you guys know." Because he knew we were wrestling fans. He didn't know how crazy.
He was like, "I didn't realize y'all were like encyclopedias and stuff." And I'm like, I'm not, but I know they are.
Steady, I want to be so nice and say thank you. I'm not even going to say anything bad about the Snyder Cut. So there you go.
Oh, okay.
But you had to bring it up. Jeez, Louise.
It looks good, Mike. Don't lie. You know it.
I didn't see the trailer, so I don't know.
All right, I'll show it to you.
But I do want to say also thank you, Ted.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ted.
Yeah. Thanks, Ted.
Thanks, Ted, for that. For giving us this platform. Thank you, Jericho. He's been on a few episodes. Would love to get you back. I know you're dealing with a lot, but we talk wrestling. The first time I was on the Geekcast, I was doing my Howard Finkel impression. I had you cracking up, so it was great. Thank you to Manny from the Goods podcast.
Yay.
He was on an episode too. He was on Talk Wrestling. I remember we recorded like a kind of a joint show at a Celebrity Fan Fest, and somehow Manny and I got off on a tangent about wrestling, and then there's just like, how does this turn into wrestling? So
all the people we've interviewed,
everybody we've interviewed, Chris Marvel, Brandon Oliver, Dylan Dunbar, Massive, Don Juan.
Good evening, everyone. This is Delicious Don Juan, the Texas Treat, and you are listening to the Countdown City WrestleCast.
I had more lined up. Did I catch everybody?
Hernandez?
Hernandez, of course.
Hernandez, yeah.
Yo, this is Supermax Hernandez, and you're watching Countdown City WrestleCast. Boom! I got it.
Oh, you better not forget that
I better
one.
not forget. I definitely.
Like, really, bro?
Okay. Well,
and who was that one?
I was trying to make sure.
That's exactly how you would say it. Really, bro?
Yeah.
Who was that one female wrestler you got to do a liner or something? I don't.
Who was that?
Who was that?
Who was that?
What is her name?
Who was that, by the way?
What was her name?
Oh God.
Shame on you.
It's on the
Shame on you, JC. Shame.
I'm not forgetting.
Hey guys, this is Impact Hall of Famer Gail Kim, and you are watching the Countdown City WrestleCast.
What is her name?
Thank you, Gail Kim, for
Oh, okay.
No,
You only opened up some of the episodes.
You only opened up like the last 100
about
episodes.
that. I'm like editing and I keep forgetting to change the liner, but hey, it's the best liner we got. So.
Oh yeah, you forget to change the liner. Whatever, bro.
Yeah, whatever.
That's a little bull, you know it.
We have one from Brandon. We have one
from Fernandez, Brandon.
We have one from my. Well, I was gonna say.
We have for Don Juan, yes.
For Don Juan.
Yeah, I'll try and rotate them out. Though I'd say the one for this episode, if you're at this point, you know that it wasn't Gail. It was Massive's liner is going to be opening this show if you haven't seen it already. So.
Don Juan's my cousin.
Okay. Don't reveal that. I need to cut that out.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
We won't tell anyone.
Yeah. So.
It's fine. It's fine. Everybody can know.
Thank you, everybody out there subscribing, watching for 100 episodes. It's been a blast. We're hoping to bring you 100 more and just keep going from there. Yeah. And I was planning to do so many more interviews or try to this year, but 2020. So 2021, we'll see what happens.
You can still do interviews, but it has to be in this format.
Yeah, I know. And I think I
use Skype.
Yeah, I like to be able to do it in person. That's always more fun, you know.
Oh, shout out to Angel Blue. Her birthday was a few days ago.
Yes.
Oh, cool. That's right.
Yes. Somebody else who
She turned 30.
Yes.
I don't hate her.
Welcome to the club.
Oh, dear God.
I didn't even think she. I thought she's still gonna be 20 something.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my gosh, you're 30.
Yeah.
I feel old.
She turned 30. She said 30.
I remember when she was debuted and she was 18.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, this has been that long.
It always bugged me that I'm older than her.
And don't say. I know what you're gonna.
What?
When she debuted.
Which?
Oh
my God! Yeah.
It's time to talk about that.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
Look, there are things when you're younger that you find funny that you realize as you get older.
Yeah.
Look, none of us have a Twitter.
Still funny.
So therefore,
All right.
It's pretty bad now.
And let's be honest, JC never shied away from writing something on the side. So
definitely did not.
What was my favorite sign that I ever wrote, guys? I know what my favorite sign is, but I want to know what else.
The Ken's 5.
Yeah.
Ryan to go.
No, mine was Ben Galvan and
Rudy Russo made it.
It had a baby.
AJ Summers.
And it was AJ Summers.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And also, was it you or my cousin? I can't remember who took out a high chair for.
That was me who took out a high chair for AJ Summers at our RCW show.
I remember that. Oh my god.
That was pretty bad.
Oh my god, that was so bad.
I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
He was a good sport afterwards. He was just like, dude, I
almost
lost it when you like tried to give me the high chair.
Oh, AJ Summers was a fantastic sport about that kind of thing. He just like he would be angry in the moment, but like he'd always be like afterwards like dead.
He's like he said I almost lost it when I saw the high chair. I was like,
yeah, he wanted to laugh so hard. So
yeah,
I think I almost got Jerome Daniels to break once with one sign he had when he did.
You almost had Keith break with the other one.
Yeah, him too. The Fan Lumberjack strap match in Corpus, which you were in with Keith Lee in it as well.
Yeah.
I remember when we caught Keith off guard when we sang the UGLY, you ain't got no alibi, you ugly. And like he legitimately looked offended, like he was actually he was like, how dare you?
No, I think it was you or Tarai that yelled out Africa to him.
That was Tarai.
And he just looked at us and he goes, I'm from Africa.
I'm from Philly.
I'm from Philly.
Yeah,
I don't know what he said, and I was just like, what?
That was Teray, and I couldn't laugh harder just because I was like, what? Because I remember looking at her like, what are you doing?
And I think the next show I was like, dude, do it again.
Yeah, you were.
I was just looking at him like, Teray, do it again. See what he says. Do it again.
I was like, Tina, what are you doing?
I was like, I can't say it. Let him say it.
Tommy.
And Teray was like, all right.
Actually, JC, since it's the 100th episode, should Tommy and Tina tell their stories? Tina first, and then Tommy gets to tell his.
I'm not telling mine.
No.
Which one?
About who you got to manage.
The kick. Oh, okay. I was gonna say the kick cord around the world or the managing around.
DVD story.
Yeah.
Look, I said already I wasn't telling that story anymore because I said it for about, I guess, 50 of the 100 episodes. I'm not telling the story anymore.
That's an accurate number.
Okay.
Shut up. I was. You know what?
You can tell yours if you want.
But I was the manager for 2 female wrestlers that are like
some of the best of all time.
Some of the best of all time.
Yeah.
I ended up winning a thing where I was the
guest manager,
the ring manager for cheerleader Melissa and Mercedes Martinez.
Yep.
And they remembered me for a good while. I don't know if they remember me now, obviously. But they do remember me for a good while, and they would, tell me to come over all the time to their booth and like talk to them and see how they were doing. And we have a flash because cheerleader Melissa is also known as Alyssa Flash. We have a flash cape that's actually signed by her in my daughter's room.
Yeah.
I really didn't get Mercedes Martinez's autograph, and I should have. I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
But I do. I think
we just didn't have anything we could get.
I do believe I have a picture somewhere of. of me in the ring with both of them. So
yeah,
and me behind the ring, the post while they were wrestling as well.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. There was another one incident, but we don't speak about that. The kick cord around the world.
She's not ready to be public about that one, but that's one of my favorite memories of Tina.
I still have the picture that you signed for me.
Oh my God. I can't believe there's still evidence around that.
Of the exact moment.
There's always evidence.
Yes.
Yeah, because my husband, or my boyfriend at the time, my husband over there, he decided to print copies of it and then tell everybody to ask me for your autograph.
See, you say that, but Mercedes Martinez went and tried to get that autograph by the guy. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty
That was
funny.
hilarious. So, thank you, everybody. We get together once a week. It's Friends Talking Wrestling. That's what the whole point of this show was, and I enjoy it. Especially nowadays, it's so hard for us to get together. It's kind
and can I say this? Like, I think I've said it before, but this whole thing started with all of us talking about starting something like this, and finally, like I said, Ted helped us make that come true. But I do believe that this thing that we started for a reason was a good reason, and that was because JC had been diagnosed with Crohn's, and he was a little. I'm his wife, so I know how he is. And he was a little depressed for a little bit after he had been diagnosed, trying to figure out what he's eating, trying to figure out what he can eat. I wouldn't say he was like depressed, but he was obviously a little lower than normal. And once we started doing this, I saw right away how for him it was therapy, and it made him feel better, and it continues to make him feel better. And his favorite thing is don't cry. Every week he is so excited about doing this show. He types up the notes for everyone. He contacts everyone. He makes everyone like excited about doing it. And
I made him add New Japan Pro Wrestling.
There you go.
And I don't want this to be all my interest because then we'd just be talking Gail Kim the whole time. But I just
But the thing is, like for JC, this made him. I know he, like he said, he doesn't like to be said that he's sad or depressed or anything, but I saw it when he got diagnosed. He was not the same, and he thought differently. And once we started doing this again, I saw the light in his eyes and the smile in his face, and he was excited about doing it. And he's still excited 2 years later, and he's still excited about doing it. And I love seeing that because even though I'm not on the show all the time, he's just still so excited to do it. And there's no stopping him. Like if he doesn't even like call y'all and do all this and do the videos and edit and all that stuff, there wouldn't be 100 shows. He organized this, and like I said, he's the one that I think in my heart is helping the most for him because of his disease. It's helping him cope with it. he doesn't even think about that stuff anymore. It's normal to him to eat the way he eats now and do things the way he does now. And but this has been a great source of therapy for him, I believe.
Yeah.
He likes seeing us, guys. It's awesome.
Yes.
Yes, I think that helps a lot too. Seeing his friends weekly is a great thing. I think it's a great thing for anyone.
It is.
Yeah. You know, the last time we got together, any friends, was my birthday. Had a retro game night tournament. I've hosted many of those, and teaming with Mike was the very first time I won one. We won a old school
Mega Powers win
99.
99.
You can't shake each other's hands.
But
sorry.
still, I'm grateful. I'm grateful we had that party before everything locked down because it was just a fun night.
It was literally 4 days before the whole travel ban and all that.
Before everything went to shit. So yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
You know,
before the world got on fire.
Yeah.
I turned 40 my next birthday. I hope this is all gone by the time so we can party again because it's my 40th. I'd rather not do 40th on a Skype birthday celebration. But yeah,
we'll figure it out.
This has been awesome. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you for those kind words. Thank you for letting me do this as well. You know, and
I say it all the time. Who's the one person that's probably 2 or 3 people, probably 2 persons. No, I'm going to say it. I think you're the only person that's been on every single episode.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, yeah.
Because I've missed. I know Tommy's missed. Tez missed.
Well, yes, I have.
And I didn't start. So.
Sorry, Tez.
I know.
1 or 2.
I want to say
have you ever seen Summer School from the 80s, that movie with Mark Harmon?
Yes.
No, you're the guy who went to the bathroom the entire time and came back for the test.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I do know what. But
wow.
I want to say Mike is probably the second most.
I would say Tommy.
Tommy, because Mike it was a few months before Mike.
Because it took me a while before I got started.
Because you didn't
we have to count that.
I'm not keeping that straight, but
it's not me. It's not me. That's for dang sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the only time I think I would not appear on an episode is if we finally get an interview with Lance Archer, because Tommy's gonna be the one that has to do the interview. So when that happens, that's what's gonna be.
Make it happen. Make it happen.
And let me get this right or wrong, but has everybody hosted an episode?
Tez is not yet. But everybody.
I thought Tez. Oh, okay.
Not yet. Not yet. You hosted Evolution. Tommy hosts the Wrestle Kingdom shows. Mike hosted a Money in the Bank one year.
Yeah, we haven't done that in a while, Tommy. Tez, let's get some more hosting shows.
Yeah.
I want Evolution too, man.
I hope Evolution happens, and then Tina can hit me with a briefcase again. But
I'm not gonna hit you. I'm just gonna tell you I'm hosting.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, she's gonna pull it
with that briefcase. That's still one of my favorite intros of any show. Is that one?
That was
cash in the briefcase.
That was one of my favorite ones to shoot because
I remember we were planning that too.
I'll just tell you here. Look, there's a permission slip paper. I need you to sign.
Yeah.
And then you sign. And you're like, sucker, I'm the host.
No, we should do when we do Evolution 2. We should be like just starting the show. She should just walk up with a clipboard and just sign it and just slam it on the table, and we just look at her, look at the paper, damn, and we just start the show over again.
Yeah.
I was thinking along those lines. Exactly.
Yeah. Because I feel like Evolution's not gonna happen until all this stuff is gone.
Hopefully soon. With the Thunderdome. Thank you, everybody. This has been awesome. 100 episodes in.
That's another thing. We should all do this right now.
What?
Daniel Bryan has a little challenge. It's called the Thunderdome challenge.
Oh yeah.
So he wants people to just say, "This is the welcome to the Thunderdome." So I feel like we should do it together.
Okay.
Hold on.
What do you think?
Hold on. Hang on. There we go. Mike's ready.
There you go. There you go, Mike.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
All right.
Mike should just share that with all of us and put it all in our backgrounds. Ready, guys?
1, 2, 3.
Welcome
to the Thunderdome.
We did that as well as we do the outro. So
there's a delay.
It didn't work out. I'm gonna have my kids do it later. See if he repeats it.
Well, let me get to this part of the show. Next week, we're going to recap All Out, and the PWI 500 is out.
The one that I couldn't get number 2 or 3 or 7.
Now, this is much debated. Tommy, I will say Brock Lesnar is on the list, but Keith Lee finished ahead of Brock Lesnar. I think we can all be happy with that. So,
clap, 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 clap.
What is he on the?
number of
Wait.
matches?
What list is he? What number is he?
Lesnar was 12. Keith Lee was 11. Yeah.
How is he
What
that
did I
high?
get to be 12 for? Sorry.
How is he 12?
12.
Again, this is the shit we'll talk about. But before I leave, I'll just give you the
Okay.
top 10 real quick.
Yeah.
1, John Moxley. 2, Adam Cole.
Baby.
Chris Jericho. Drew McIntyre. Tetsuya Naito. Kazuchika Okada. Okada finished after Naito. Cody. Seth Rollins. Kofi Kingston. And AJ Styles. Those are the top 10.
Okay.
So we'll go into depth. And I will say this. There were a lot of women that did appear in the PWF 500 more than usual. So
Yeah, they're
What?
doing that this year.
How
to
many?
integrate them to-
I don't have the exact number, but I've seen a few.
Yeah, I heard
Don't
about
be saying facts and then you don't know the facts.
I know Kylie Ray was in the 70s. Kylie Ray was in there. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Cool.
So we'll discuss that next week as well as All Out. It should be a fun discussion. Everyone goes ape shit on the internet for it. So we'll see
Oh my
what
God.
we can do. So
We should get our copies soon, I would hope.
Internet
Yeah,
over.
I'll print it out. So yeah. All right. Thank you again for 100 episodes. This has been a blast.
100.
Thank you again. And thank you again to Massive for all the memories. For being a part of this. I think you're episode like 47 or something. I lost count. So thank you, everybody. And finally, we got Tez.
See ya.
We got Tommy.
Adios.
We got Mike.
Thanks, guys. Be good to each other.
My beautiful wife, Tina. What?
Tommy
I
took my
stole
sign
her
off.
thing.
Oh, that.
You
I
jerk.
did it on purpose. I did it on-
You jerk. You're a jerk.
Aw,
Just
I'm
made the
sorry.
list.
Fine, adios, and toodles.
That was very white.
I'm sorry, what should I say?
He says, "Thanks, guys." You can steal his.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Okay. So,
Say something
Tommy
new,
just
Japan.
made
Say
the
something new,
list.
Japan.
Don't ever use my thing again, Tommy.
and I'm JC. And for 100 episodes and hopefully 100 plus more, as always, Heels and Baby Faces, remember, pro wrestling is real. People
are
fake.
fake. There's my hand.
Hey yo, subscribe to the channel by clicking right here.
Or if you want to watch more videos, click right here.